It is officially time. Hi everyone, welcome to Dumbbell Strength. My name is Amber Lakeburn. I'm going to be running you through your strength training today. For today, we are going to be focusing on our lower body. Last week we did upper body, so this week it's going to be all about that lower body. We're going to have about 4 to 5, maybe even a little bit more exercises we're doing today. Each exercise we're going to be doing 4 rounds. We're doing for repetitions today. We're not doing this one for time. Let's go ahead and get started with our warm-up. Now's the time. Press start on those fitness watches if you want to track the workout. We're going to take one step out with each leg, go into that wide stance. We're going to start first with some hip circles, bringing our hips over to the right, circling forward, over to the left, back, and repeat. We are going to do 3 circles going in each direction. Once you've done 3, we're going to circle back to the left, forward, and to the right. Getting those hips and low back warmed up and ready to go. Once you've completed that last circle, go ahead and bring your legs together. Taking that left leg, we're going to bring it up, crossing it over to the right. We're going into our figure 4 walk, crossing that ankle up at that knee, leaning forward slightly with that chest, really trying to open up those hips. Feel free to grab onto a wall or a support structure here for this. If this is still just a little bit too much balance, feel free to just open and close each leg, working on that external hip rotation. Here, let's do 2 more in each direction. Once you've done 2 more on each side, you're going to go right into some butt kickers, bringing those heels up towards your glutes, pressing those hips forward. We're activating our hamstrings and getting a nice stretch down the front of our thighs here. One more each side, and then last little warm-up exercise. Wide stance, feet turned out. We're going to take those arms, we're going to reach down towards the ground as far as we can. Once you've gone as low as you can, you're going to squat, bending those knees, and then scooping those arms up tall and around. You're going to do 4 of these today, trying to get as close to the ground as you can before squatting, scooping up. Last one. Awesome, shake it out, and let's go ahead and get started. We're going to be focusing on just one individual exercise. We're going to do 4 rounds of it before moving on to the next exercise, taking a good rest break in between rounds. Exercise number 1, I'm going to perform first for you guys, give you some cues and some variations, and then we'll perform it together as a group. For our first one, we're starting out strong. We're going to grab some light to medium weights. This can also be done with absolutely no weight as well. We're going to go into a split stance. So we're going to step back with one leg. That back leg is going to have that heel elevated off the ground. Hips are staying forward. We are going to go into a split squat, sinking those legs down towards the ground. Chest leans forward. Once we've gone as far as we can, we're going to pulse up 1 and then standing tall. So we're going to split squat, 1 pulse, and then standing tall. We're going to do 10 on one side. Now we're going to switch to the other side. If you need to, feel free to limit that range of motion and just do a small pulse for all of those repetitions, or have those feet side by side and go into a squat, adding that pulse with a regular squat. Those are your options. Grab your weights. Let's go ahead and get started. Starting with side 1 in 3, 2, 1. Split squat down, pulse, and stand tall. That's 1. 2, making sure that front knee is staying back behind those toes. Good.
Rock the show.
Halfway there. 6, 7, 8, 9, last one on the side, and 10. Shake those legs out. We're gonna switch sides, other leg in front. Starting 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Split squat, pulse, and standing tall 1. 2, allowing that slight forward lean with that chest. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more here, and 10. Awesome job. That was round 1 of exercise 1. Set those weights down, shake those legs out, take a breather here. During our rest breaks, now is the time to grab any water, walk around your space, adding in any stretching. I'm gonna kind of continue with a little bit of an active little stretch here today. This works those quads. So I'm just gonna alternate side to side. Doing just a little bit of a butt kicker motion, adding that grab with my hand. And just a little bit more of a stretch here. Keeping those legs nice and warm. We're gonna get started into round 2 in just 20 seconds. So take your time. Maybe your hamstrings are a little bit tight today. Feel free to add a little bit of a hamstring stretch. Otherwise, it's almost time. Let's grab those weights and get ready for round 2. All right. Starting 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's work. Side 1, round 2. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, halfway, 6, 7, 8, 2 more on the side, 9, and 10. Great work. Shake those legs out. Switching sides in just 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Split squat pulse and up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, almost there, 8, 9, last one, and 10. Round 2 is done. Set those weights down, grab some water, move about your space, and enjoy your breather. We still have 2 more rounds to go of exercise number 1. Once we've done 4 rounds, we move on to exercise number 2. Exercise number 2 is a double leg exercise. Let's get started in just 20 seconds. Wrap up that rest break. Do whatever you have to do to get ready for round 3. Grab those weights. Starting with side 1. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Squat, pulse, and up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more here. And 10. Awesome. Shake those legs out. Switch to side 2 in 3, 2, 1. Let's work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, almost there, 9, and 10. Awesome job. Shake it out. Round 3 is done. One last round to go.
Dearly beloved,
Whew. Let's give those legs a breather.
called life.
Let those muscles recover a little bit.
Electric word, life, it means forever, and that's a mighty
Before we go right into that last round.
There's something else. The afterworld. A world of never happiness. You can always see the sun.
Let's give it another 20 more seconds. And then it's time for round 4. Final round.
Doctor, everything will be alright. Instead of asking how much of your time is left, ask how much of your mind, baby. Because in this life,
Grab those weights. Let's get ready.
this life, you're on your own.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last round. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Shake it out. Switch inside in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, almost there, 9, and 10. Great job. Shake those legs out. Moving on to exercise number 2. For exercise number 2, we're going to do some good mornings. For our good mornings today, I'm going to be using 2 of my light to medium dumbbells. You can also use one more heavy one, and playing around with that hold. So I'll show you all the different variations. For our stance, we're gonna have our feet forward, legs are gonna be about hip to shoulder width apart. For this exercise, we're really focusing on bending at the waist, getting that nice good stretch down the back of our legs, using that stretch to contract and stand back upright. So we are gonna make sure our knees have just a very soft knee bend. So those legs are not completely locked out. We're gonna have just a nice little soft, a little bit of a relaxed state. From here, if we're using 2 dumbbells, we can hold those dumbbells up at our shoulder, bending at the waist, sending those hips back, keeping that back nice and flat, using those hamstrings to stand you back up nice and tall. We can also use just a single weight. Bring those arms up and back, resting that weight kind of right on the back of those shoulders, bending at the waist, standing tall, making sure that we're not pulling down on that neck. We want to rest more on that upper back. You can also hold a single weight up at your chest, keeping it right at that chest, bending at the waist, and standing up nice and tall. We're going to do 12 reps. So grab your weights. I'm going to use 2 weights, so I want to go a little bit heavier for this one. I'm going to hold them right at my shoulders. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's work. Sending those hips back. And then standing tall. Back is flat. 2. Only bending as far as you can. Making sure that we're not rounding down. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, last 2, 11, and 12. Great job. Set those weights down. Shake it out. Feel free to walk around your space. Grab some water. Take your breather. We still have 3 more rounds left of this exercise. We're going to give it another 30 to 40 seconds here. My favorite thing to do during rest breaks is just to walk around my space, adding a few little kicks, shaking out those legs just a little bit. Maybe your forearms are a little bit tight from holding on to weight, so you can stretch out those forearms here as well. Grab those weights. We're going to get started in just 10 seconds. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Round 2. Bending at the waist. Keeping that core engaged. The back is flat. Soft knees. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Great job. Bend those weights down. Shake it out. Round 2 is complete. We're officially halfway through with exercise number 2. All right. Let's get started in about 20 seconds. So wrap up that recovery, whatever you need to do, and then get ready for round 3. Grabbing those weights, we're going to start in 10. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Feel that nice stretch. Using the stretch to contract. Standing tall. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, almost there, 9, 10, 11, last one, and 12. Round 3 is done. One last round to go. 40 seconds. And then we're getting right back into it for that final round. We're using that back side of our legs a little bit, so maybe you need to get a little bit of stretch in. And a little bit of that hamstring. Starting in just 15 seconds. Feel free to grab those weights for that final round. And then we're moving on to our next exercise. Starting in 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Last round. Making sure that our form is just as good as it was round 1. Good. That's 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last 2 here. And 12. Great work. Set them down. I am going to switch to a new weight. I'm going to be using a single heavy weight for this next exercise, exercise number 3. For this one, we're going to be a little bit of a wide stance. We're going to be doing a lateral shift squat. So for this exercise, I'm using my single heavy weight here. Using both hands to hold on to that weight at my waist. We're going to go wide stance, keeping those feet facing forward. Legs should be just a little bit wider than that shoulder width here. We're going to sink down into a squat. Staying low, we're going to shift our weights. We're going to straighten one leg, shifting that weight over to the opposite side, back to center, and then over to the other side, and return. 1 second. Okay, thanks for joining. I'll show you that side view really quick. So for this side view, same thing. Stay low in that squat, feet forward, shifting that weight, making sure our back is nice and flat, allowing that slight forward lean of our chest. Staying nice and deep into that squat. The lower we are, the more challenging it is. So grab your weights. We're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Squat low. Shifting over. Center. Other side, that's 1. We're going to do 12 to each side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, halfway, stay low, you got this. 8, 9, almost there. 10, last 2 to each side. And 12, and done, standing tall. Feel free to set that weight down, shake it out, grab some water. Starting back up for round 2 in just 40 seconds. So for this exercise, we are working a little more on that quad, that front area of our thighs, and a little bit of those adductors, our inner thighs here as well. All right. About halfway through that rest break. Starting back up in 15 seconds. Everyone ready? Let's get into round 2. Here we go. Wide stance. Let's grab those weights. Starting 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squat and low. Shifting right to left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Great work. Set that weight down, shake it out. 40 seconds of rest, and then it's time for round 3 already. That have the 80s, 90s like pop workout music going today, so you guys have to let me know either yes or no if next week you want something similar or something different. All right, Let's get ready. Round 3, starting in 10 seconds. Grab those weights. Get in position. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Squat. And then shift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, almost there, 11, and 12. Great work. Round 3 is done. One last round to go here.
You know what I'm saying? Then I said, all right, fellas, let me see what you can do. And a smile on one end said, yo, Mike, check this out.
I just want to give a little bit of a warning. Our next exercise is going to be down on the ground. We are going to be doing either an elevated glute bridge or a regular glute bridge. The elevated version has your feet up elevated on a wall, a chair, or if you have a little bit like a stair or a step near you, you can also use that. If you do not have that, no worries. You can also just do this one, next one on the ground. I'll show you both variations of that. But let's finish that last round of these shift squats. Starting 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Almost there. Keep working. 10, 11, and 12. Great job. Go ahead and set those weights down. So like I just mentioned, our next one, we are going to be on the ground. I also forgot to mention, if you have an exercise ball, like a stability large round ball, you can also use that to help you elevate your feet too. Now that one is definitely a more challenging version because that ball can roll away on you. It requires more stability. For this elevated bridge, if you have a wall available, you can try this on your wall. For this one, you would just press your feet up against your wall. You're gonna scoot as close as you can, so you're kind of having a nice 90-degree angle with your legs. This would be the same if you have your feet on a chair. If your feet are on the chair, you want those heels on. From here, hands are gonna be just down to your sides. You're gonna press into that wall or into that elevated surface, lifting those hips up to your nice flat bridge. Lower and repeat. You can also feel free to add some weight. Hold on to that weight if you would like to as well. If you do not have an elevated surface or a wall, or if you're just a little bit too uncomfortable, you can have those legs on the ground, but we are going to flex those toes up. We're going to press those heels down to the ground, lifting those hips up to our bridge and lower. Lifting those toes up just helps you get a little more engagement through those hamstrings, which is kind of what we're focusing on here for this one. We are going to do 12 reps. So move down to the ground, feet are going to be on the ground, on that elevated surface. I am going to use my wall today for this one. Make it a little bit different. We're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Pressing down with those feet, lifting those hips up, and lower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, last one, and 12. Awesome job. Feel free to keep those feet elevated, stretching those legs out. You can also feel free to move around, maybe tucking those knees into your chest, adding a few side-to-side rocks, letting that body relax. You can also sit up and grab some water if you need to. Maybe just pulling one leg to your chest. We are going to do 3 more rounds here. And we're going to start up round 2 in just 15 seconds. So take your time, get ready, get in position. Just a reminder, if your feet are on the ground, I do want you to lift those toes up so you can press those heels into the ground. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, over halfway, 8, 9, 10, 11, last one, and 12. Awesome job, we are halfway through. 2 more rounds to go for this exercise.
But what I really want to know is,
are you gonna go my way?
All right. Shake it out. We have about 20 more seconds. And then we're going into round 3. So feel free if you're sitting up, laying on back, elevating those feet, getting those legs in that nice 90-degree position here. We're gonna start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's lift up and lower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, last one, and 12. Awesome job. Feel free to stretch it out. Maybe bringing that leg up towards your chest, keeping that knee bent or straight. Switching sides. We have 1 last round of this exercise. And then we're going to end with a standing exercise. We're going to start in just 10 seconds. So get ready. Round 4, here we go. 3, 2, 1, let's work. Bridging up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Great job. Feel free to slowly roll over. Transitioning to that seated position. Like I mentioned, our last exercise is going to be standing. So take your time moving to that standing position here. Let that body adjust. Sometimes we move and transition up a little bit too fast and get dizzy. For our last exercise, we're going to be working our calves. We're going to be doing a single leg calf raise. So for our single leg calf raise, we're only going to do 8 on each side for this one. You can feel free to move over to a wall using the back of a chair or a desk. Anything you need for a little bit of added balance. With that single leg, you're going to have one leg floating in the air, one leg on the ground. All we're doing is lifting that heel up, controlling on the way down. As we're lifting up, we're making sure that knee stays nice and straight and our ankle presses forward. We're not letting that ankle roll out to the side before we lower. If we need to, you can feel free to keep just a little bit of balance on that opposite foot, using it to assist you on that heel raise, or you can just do a regular double leg heel raise as well. Like I mentioned, 8 on each side, 4 rounds. Let's start. Side 1, in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Lifting up, controlling down. 1, 2, 3, 4, halfway. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Shake it out and switch inside. Side number 2. In 3, 2, 1. Lifting up and lower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Awesome job. Shake those legs out. Take your breather. Just a few more rounds, and then we'll end with a good stretch today for that lower body. If you need to, feel free to get a little bit of a calf stretch in already. Step them back. Pressing that back heel to the ground. Switch inside. We're going to start back up with our heel raises in just 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Side 1, lifting up and lower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Shake those legs out. Side number 2. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Awesome job. Shake it out. Feel free to pedal those feet out a little bit if you need to. You can also keep that front leg straight. Reach it down, giving that bottom foot a little bit of a tug. 2 more rounds left to go. We're going to start up in just 20 seconds. So get ready. Move into that support structure if you need a little bit of help with balance. Let's start at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lifting up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Halfway. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Quick switch in 3, 2, 1. Other leg. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Awesome job. Round 3 is complete. We have one last round to go. And then we'll get that good stretch in for that lower body. We're going to start up in just 20 seconds. So take your time. Move into that position slowly. Grab some last chance of water if you need it. In 3, 2, 1. Lift it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Shake it out. Side 2 in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Woo! All right. Let's get that lower body stretched out. We're going to start first with a little bit of a roll down. So for our roll down, we're going to have those legs nice and straight. Get your butt hip width apart. We're going to tuck that chin to our chest. Rounding down. Reaching for the ground. Reaching for your feet. Letting that upper body, your arms, your neck just hang. Keeping it nice and relaxed. You should feel a nice stretch down the back of your legs here. Doing your best to keep those knees straight. In all of our stretches here, I want you to inhale through your mouth. Or not, sorry. Inhale through your nose and then exhale through your mouth. Good, let's add some knee pumps here, bending one knee, straightening the other leg, and switch. Alternating side to side. Let's do one more to each side. And then I want everyone, if you need to, bend your knees. Placing those hands on the ground. We're going to take one step back. Going into that nice downward dog here. Pressing those shoulders and that chest down towards the ground. Pressing those heels into the ground here as well. Feeling that nice stretch in our calves. Legs are straight, or as straight as we can. And walk those feet back in. Rolling back up to that nice standing position here. As the last thing to come up. And then let's open up those hip flexors, taking a nice step back. A little bit of a mini lunge, front leg is bent. Pressing those hips forward, chest is upright. Opening up that hip flexor in the front. Feel free to hold on to a wall, back of your chair or your desk if you need to as well. And bring that leg in. Switching sides, other leg is back. Pressing those hips forward, opening up that opposite hip flexor here. Two more deep breaths here. And bring those feet in together once again. We're going to widen that stance. Going into a little bit of a side body stretch. Bringing that right arm up and over towards the left. I want you to shift your hips over towards that right. So you're making a nice C shape with that whole body. Reach and tall. Return to that nice standing position and switching sides. Left arm reaches up and over towards the right. Feel free to brace that right hand on that right leg. Good, return to that nice standing position. Bringing those legs in. We're gonna prance it out really quick. Getting those hips to move, so we're alternating, bending one knee. Bringing that hip forward as we bend the knee. And switch. Getting a little bit of movement through that spine. One more, each side. And that is all of the exercises I have for you all today. Thank you so much for joining our Dumbbell Strength. My name is Amber. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. And see you next time.